All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Dream Dynasty Team call. So tonight I have a few announcements. I'm going to do a little bit of screen sharing today, and we're going to be talking about like pages. So the first thing I want to share with all of you guys is I've kind of had something in the works, and have been working behind the scenes on it pretty hard because we're getting to the point that we need this with our team. And so I have been developing a team website. And so on this team website, it is going to house all of the things that we need. It is going to house scripts. It's going to have all of the documents that we need. It's going to have social media training, the new coach training, all that sort of stuff. So it's going to have everything that we need, basically. When we start up our business, you'll be able to send your coaches there, and it's going to be kind of like the one-stop shop. Dream Dynasty team page, they're going to be able to kind of self-guide themselves through it, and it's going to be fantastic. It's about halfway done. I've actually passed it over to Chris. He's slowly being integrated into coaching. I love it. But I've actually, as of this morning, I said to him, I'm like, if you have any free time, that is your priority, because I've been spending so many hours on doing it that he can now take it over and literally just copy from my file sections and get it up there so that we can kind of get it up and going as fast as we can. So as soon as that's available to all of us, I'm going to be sharing it with all of you so that you can use it. And yeah, it's just going to be super easy and kind of a go-to place. The next thing I want to announce is I'm going to be hosting a 2-day social media training. Social media is something that in the beginning I struggled with. I mean, I've chatted with Danielle Melanson, our upline sponsored coach, so many times about what to post on social media, and she always said, you know, the generic things like your fitness post, your food post, all that sort of stuff. And so I've learned so much in the last few weeks that I've actually been chatting with another girl who has developed a social media training, and it's quick and it's easy and you don't have to be in the group all day, but it's just some posts throughout the day that you know, can give us a little bit of training around what to be posting and what to be sharing on social media. So I'm going to be hosting that for 2 days, but I want a little bit of feedback from you ladies. Would you rather see that on a weekend, or would you rather see that through the week? What do you feel works best for you? I'm going to say weekend and then week, and whichever you vote for, you can just nod your head, okay? Weekend. Nope. Okay, week? Yep, awesome. Okay, so I'll run it 2 days during the week. It doesn't really matter which days, because you can literally pop into the group and just go through this stuff and kind of check, okay? It doesn't really need to be super interactive or anything. It's just some information sharing around social media. And that's something we've never done yet. We've never done a social media training. So, and that's exactly what we do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll post that in the team page this week, and maybe we'll kind of get that going next week. Make a note here. So this is a training that'll be up on our website as well, so that going forward, people can also use that too, okay? Next on the list that I wanted to announce is if any of you, I think actually all of you are in the New Vitals group. If anybody isn't, we can go ahead and add you, but that is where our new coach training is housed, okay? So when you sign up a new coach, basically you send them the welcome email, which is found in our file section on the team page, but it also will be on our website, and you get them started with the welcome email. And then the next thing you do is you direct them to the Vitals page, invite them in, and it can be found in the photo section under albums. And so actually, Amanda Ritchie is my first coach to go through this training. And Amanda, what do you think so far? You can nod your head yes if it's okay, or you can unmute yourself if you feel comfortable talking.
Only on day 7, but so far it's good.
So far it's good? Awesome.
Yeah.
Any feedback that you have, I would love, because that's my first go with it. So, yeah.
To follow compared to Danielle's.
Yeah? Awesome. I'm so happy
Yeah.
to hear that, because that's what I wanted, was something that people could tap into, know exactly where you left off, and continue on. And not, I didn't want to have to do a Facebook group every month, because what happens if you find a coach in the middle of the month, right? And the next training, it doesn't start until 2 weeks later. I wanted a way that, you know, people could kind of dial in immediately and get started, and then all you have to do is touch base with them and see how it's going, and set up that getting started right call, and it's kind of self-sufficient that way. So if you haven't checked it out yet, head on in there. There's some great tools. You're going to see the new Success Skills Tracker, which is just a way, it's a Google document. It's just a way to track your business. And literally, it's just a spreadsheet of Monday to Friday. You know, did you do your, it's basically the vital behaviors, the things that we do every day in our business to keep our business moving forward. So I just finished mine before I hopped on the call. So head on over there and definitely check that out. That's in the file section, the Success Skills Tracker as well. So if anybody has any feedback on the training, please feel free to hit me up. I'm always up for it. All right, so that's kind of it for announcements. There have been no leaks yet for what the sales are for the month of May for Challenge Packs. I can't believe we're almost in May. But as soon as I have any details on that, I will keep you posted. So now we're going to kind of move on into some like page training. So like I've mentioned, I'm part of Jesse Regan's training, and if you haven't gone over to his like page yet, I highly suggest it, because you pop your email address into his email list. It doesn't mean you're committing to anything. It just means that you're signing up to receive his free hangouts. And what it is just 3 free videos that you can watch that's going to help teach you what to zone in on your like page. It is all about like pages. And the way that he phrases it is, who doesn't want kind of a steady stream of customers kind of coming to you, right? Inspiring your market. All of us kind of have our own niche market. Like, you know, some of us are moms on the team, some of us aren't. Some of us, you know, for me, adoption, infertility, endometriosis, all that sort of stuff. Everybody kind of has their niche market. And so what he does is he teaches you exactly how to target that. And we're just into week 3 of the training, and it's crazy insane, the amount of engagement that's going on. So the part that I'm missing in my vital behaviors, I guess you should say, is I'm not adding people into my market right now, and it's throwing me off like crazy, because every day I would get up, I'd add my 5 new people to Facebook, I would connect with 5 people just by sending them like, hey girl messages, how are you? And that's what I did, right? But this is a complete different method, because it's bringing people in to your market, and so how to build from there. So I've had some questions about when to start your like page in your business. So the thing to remember is you're going to start to build your business off of your warm market, which is on your personal page. Your personal page will be your beginning steps, but at the same time, you can start to open up your like page. A lot of us have them already, and it's kind of that thing of, okay, so now that I've got it open, I'm dabbling in it a little bit, but what do I do with it? Do I focus on my personal page? Do I focus on my like page? So my suggestion, and Jesse Regan's suggestion, is start with your personal page, post on that 3 times, up to 5 times a day, and then what you want to do is you want to start to let people know that you're moving over to your like page. So maybe once every few days you can remind people that you have a like page. You can share it onto your personal page. But what you're going to start to do is slowly transition over to that like page, and then we're going to start to grow your engagement and grow your following. There's some various techniques that he uses through, you know, there's Facebook ads. So many people use Facebook ads, but you can dump a lot of money into Facebook ads if you don't know exactly what to do to grow your business. So that's what he's walking us through right now. If you guys want to follow suit with doing what we're doing, I'll give you a little bit of a heads up. Right now, I'm taking 5 images of myself and 10 videos. So I'm making 10 videos of me doing workouts, and I just literally put my phone against the wall the other morning, and I filmed my workouts so that I could take it and pop it into Splice is the app that I use. Let me double check this. Okay, so it looks like Jack's deleted the app. That's awesome. Um, yeah, it's gone. Okay, so Splice, I believe is what it is. It's a movie maker app, and it's gonna, you can do, so I'm doing 45-second little snippets of like 5 different moves or 3 different moves or that sort of stuff. So if you wanted to start to work on that, and then once we get into testing all of that in Facebook, I will kind of bring you along when you have your resources kind of put together. Amanda, you're just starting, so don't worry about doing this just yet, okay? I'll walk you through all this when you kind of get through all the training and stuff, okay? All right, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit about this training. So this training is an exclusive training, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of insight. I played this video for Brienne the other day, and I'm going to try and get it to work through screen sharing. But basically, what was put out to us is a video, and it's called What Are You Hiding? So you wake up every day and you post on social media, and it's your fitness post and your food post and something motivational, inspiring, maybe something about the kids. And then you kind of wonder, okay, but like, what else can I post? Like, you always hear the more you give, the more you'll receive, right? And so I've racked my brain over the last year and a half about how I can give more. I'm always giving tips. I'm always posting little motivational things, but how can I possibly give any more? And there was a huge aha moment between a few of us in this training this past week that just clicked. And do you want to know what the thing is about giving with this whole coaching thing and bringing people into your market? It's your story. Your story. That was the huge aha moment. That is what you give to others, right? And each one of us has our own story that we've overcome. And it could be something at any point in your life. I mean, I have a few things on my list, and I struggled with where to start. But those are all different scenarios that I can start to nugget into my like page to show people the shit that I've been through, how I've overcome it, and what I'm doing now to stay afloat, right? And it doesn't have to be anything drastic. Like, for me, I've suffered from binge eating. I've suffered from closet eating, huge closet eater. It got to the point that actually Chris would come home and he'd be like, all right, let's hear it. Confess up for the day. What did you eat all day? Like, and I got him to do that for me because I needed it. I had to be brought out of this. Like, he would leave the house and I was like, nobody's here. I can shove all these puppies in my mouth. Or like, it consumed me for such a long time before Beachbody. And so those are all stories that you can share with others. And there's people out there who are going through things like this and who are struggling. So thinking before Beachbody or thinking of the struggles that you've had and how you're overcoming it, sharing all that with other people is giving a gift. It's showing them that they can do it too, right? So I want to play a little video with you guys because I could say all of this, but I feel like Mark Pichetti, he just has that voice that can just really kind of say what needs to be said, sort of thing. So I'm going to see if I can get this video to play for you guys. I'm going to ask at some point if you guys can hear it. So if someone can unmute at some point and just let me know if you can hear it or not. Actually, I can see you guys. So move your head if you can get this to play.
Context, a little inspiration for the.
Yep, you guys can hear it?
Wanted to talk about vulnerability and what you have. For me, telling my story to other people, reaching out to my audience, I had a really difficult time coming up with content to post every day to make that connection with my audience. And the reason was because I hit of my life. I was not transparent about my real experience. The stuff that I talked about wasn't necessarily I didn't come from my true authenticity. I was hiding things about myself that was I would constantly hide that authenticity, which led me not to great the things that I could talk about everything else just because I wasn't being real, I wasn't being vulnerable, I wasn't being authentic. So I want you to think as we prep for it, we're going to do 2 amazing women. And I know it's going to be incredibly inspiring for everybody, but today, I want you to write down 5 things. 5 things that you have. 5 things that you don't feel comfortable talking about. 5 things that you are not discussing with your audience if you're not revealing about yourself. What are those 5 things? Everybody has something to say. But it's only totally open, totally vulnerable, and totally willing to let people see you and to feel about you now. So it's so important to become aware of the things that you hide, to become aware of the things that you don't want people to know about you. Because believe it or not, those are the things that are going to create the strongest connection, the strongest team members who are going to help you expand your bottom line. So what are you hiding, and how can you open up? How can you reveal those things about yourself? And how can you tell the story of revealing those things? How can you really open up and really let people see your life for what it is you really are? So 5 things, write down 5 things today. Ready for the future tomorrow. Come show up with your vulnerability. Ask questions to the people who are working at doing yourself. So what do I want to do? What do I want to help them expose? How are you going to be able to do that exact same thing for your team members so that the stories that you can get the authenticity, the vulnerability, everything that's going to help them be successful, be more successful. So think about that. 5 things that you hide that you can expose slowly over time and bring people into who you really are, into your real life. That is how money is. That is what much is opportunity. What do you hide?
Pretty powerful, eh? Like, he just has a way with words that just, I mean, the things that came out in that Google Hangout was unreal, from people being, I get emotional, from people being raped to people dealing with drug abuse to people who dealt with abandonment and all of these crazy things that we tend to hide and we tend to push down, right? And sharing that, you just never know who you're going to inspire. And so I've taken everything that they've said and implemented it. And so what I want to have all of you do is I want you guys to dig deep, and I want you guys to figure out what are 5 things that you're hiding. What are 5 things that you're dealing with? And if there's something crazy deep down inside of you that you don't feel quite comfortable just yet disclosing, that's okay. I'm not going to push you that far. But I really want you to think about 5 things that you're hiding, and it can be anything. And if you don't want to post it in the team page, I love interaction with all of us. I don't want to just be the person that interacts with all of you. I want all of us to interact with one another and support one another and help guide one another. So feel free to post it in the team page tonight, the 5 things that you're hiding. If you want, you can just send it to me, and I can absolutely work with you on this and show you exactly how you can take this and make it your message to other people, right? So the other thing that we did this week in the training was we interviewed. And this was something that I kind of thought, I don't need to do this. I know my story. I know it inside and out. I've told it a bazillion times. But let me tell you this, guys. You can tell your story one way, but I guarantee that the way that you would tell it to a complete stranger would be a complete different way. So I teamed up with a stranger that I have never talked to in my life this past week, and we shared our story, and it was crazy. We recorded it so that you can go back and you can listen to it, and you can take snippets of it and make that your Facebook post, and just post a picture of yourself. And those are ways that you can share your story differently. You might feel like you're sharing your story all the time, but that's because you're constantly having new people follow. So they're you know, you want to share your story with them as well, right? You want to be able to inspire them and nugget these things in to help them know that they aren't alone and that they can overcome anything that they're going through. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to walk you guys through my like page right now so that you guys can kind of see the inside of it, of where I'm getting my information from or where I'm getting my posts and stuff from. So let's do a little screen share here. All right, so what you can do is you can actually go up here to Insights, and in here you can click on Post, and it's going to show you that if you've started posting on your life page, you can actually start to see which posts are doing the best for you. And like I've said before, I'm not going to stop posting my fitness posts, but I've definitely noticed that there's certain posts that don't do near as well as others. So basically, if you look through here, this orange right here, that is organic reach. That is how many people you're reaching that you didn't have to pay for, essentially. So what I started to notice is I was starting to reach more people using my like page than over on my Facebook has friends. So I have 1,500 friends on Facebook, and my reach is reaching about 2,000. You know, this fertility post was 8,000 last night. So you can go in here and you can start to see which posts are doing the best for you. You're going to notice probably it's the posts that you're being authentically you. So it's the posts that you're posting if you've had a crazy morning with your kids, or if you've had a late start, or if you ate a cheat meal and you post about that, you will get so much traction. It is crazy. But that's the way that you can start to figure out which posts are doing the best. If you post something and nobody likes it, don't fret about it. The one thing that I like to remember is that it is all about failing forward. You're never failing at anything. You're just information gathering. That's the way that I like to look at it now, is these posts that don't do very well, I didn't fail at it. Like this 254, I think it didn't even get one like on it, which is okay because I'm information gathering. I know, okay, so a post like that doesn't do very well. You know, one of my favorite books to read is You're a Badass. And this is actually right where this mindset came from, is this book exactly. And so it reminded me that we've all done it all. Like, we've all made the decisions to buy a house. We've made the decisions to lose weight. We've made the decisions to get a new job, to have kids, to parent, all that sort of stuff, right? None of it is failing. We're just information gathering and moving forward. So next time you feel like you aren't getting anywhere, remind yourself of that. You're just information gathering, picking up the pot, and moving on, right? So with tonight's call, what I wanted to kind of go over is basically to take all this information and to start to think about what are the things that you're hiding, the things that you can start to share with other people. So write your thoughts down and figure out somebody that maybe you can interview with. It could be anybody on the team. It could be myself. I will type up the questions actually, because he has a whole list of questions. Questions for interview. Perfect. Okay, I can type that up. I'll post it in the team page so that we can take some time and we can interview one another if you like. We can make them mini interviews, but ways to sort of start to get your story down. We can record it so that you have that. You can go back and listen to it and share it authentically you. So before I end the call tonight, I'm going to give you guys some tips. for posting. You can use this on your personal page as well because it's just going to draw in as much traction too. So the first tip is to make sure when you're posting, as you're typing, pretend that you're talking to somebody on the phone. So one thing that I always did was I was always posting sort of professionally. Like I would kind of, I want to say like blanket statements, like I was leaving words out, I guess you would say. And so what I started to do is you want to authentically post like you. So if you say shit, post the word shit in your posts because that's you. Sorry if anybody has any kids up right now. But because that's you, right? But start to post as if you're talking to your best friend and you're starting to describe your picture, okay? So that's number one. Number two, live video is going to trump anything on Facebook right now. If you want organic reach, post a video. If you have enough balls right now, go live. There is no way to make going live comfortable at all. I've done it once so far. I'm getting in there. I've done it once, and Facebook loves video. So they are going to naturally show your video to more people in their newsfeed than if you were to just post a post. It's kind of like Facebook is a competitor of YouTube. So if you just take a YouTube post and you just share it on your Facebook, it might get 0 likes and 0 interaction because Facebook recognizes that it's a YouTube video. Whereas if you upload that video yourself, it will show in so many different streams. It's just the way that Facebook is. So live video, it can be anything. You could literally read some personal development, make a quick video on your phone talking about it, and share a snippet of that. You don't even have to share the whole thing. Or it could be a little mini workout of, your workout. Take a little video of your workout, post that. People love to see that sort of stuff, right? Here comes the warning. We're up in 10 minutes. So that's number two. Number three is I posted in the team page about the branding quiz. Okay, so if any of you took that quiz, it gave you sort of colors and font for your market that your market would be drawn into. So my suggestion is to take those colors and those fonts and make it use those. So if you're using graphics on your photos and that sort of stuff. If you're using apps like Photify or WordSwag or any of that sort of stuff, make sure you're using the colors that it suggested or the fonts that it suggested so that it's kind of speaking to your market. And you can start to brand yourself, and by brand yourself, it just literally means that, actually better yet, instead of me describing it, I could totally describe it. I'm going to do a quick screen share here while I have you ladies on here so I can show you what I mean by branding. Jessie Burr has finished up the social media training with Jessie Regan, and she's done a fabulous job at branding herself. And it just basically means that if you see a photo, you just know it's Jessie. So teal is generally her color. So you can see here on the font, she's posted it in teal. And then if you go down, and she generally will put like a little strip, like a little banner across her photo, and it'll be in teal with like white writing or that sort of stuff, like this. So that's sort of the idea of branding around that sort of stuff. There's the teal again. That just kind of gives you an idea. Now another type of branding doesn't necessarily have to be going to all the work of creating those banners and that sort of stuff. Alexis Whalen is another one who has just recently completed the training. And if you check out her page too, her brand is basically her smile. So in most photos, she's kind of got this like this funky like smile. And then this font is her font that she uses. But for the most part, if they're pictures of herself, funny thing is she posts in the morning and she talks about how she drinks coffee because crack isn't legal. And it makes me laugh. So yeah, that's an idea about branding. Check out both of their pages. Another one to check out is, oh my gosh, what's her name? Winter. Winter is her last name. Lindsay Winter. I'll post her name in the team page too. 3 people that you can kind of look at for their like pages because they're all exclusively using them now. And it's working fabulous for them. So over this next little while, you're going to start to see me integrate. So what they start to do is teach you how to build relationships through your like page, how to invite using events, all that sort of fun stuff. So I'm going to bring you guys along over the next little while through this training so that I can share all these tips with you guys for right now. So the last thing I want to add before we get off this call is humor. Make sure you bring a little bit of humor to your page too. You know, share funny things. I shared the other day a quote about, you know, having a boy and him peeing all over the potty. And people loved it. They were like, yeah, that's so true, right? So bring a little bit of humor to your page too, just so that bring a little light to life, right? Does anybody have any questions or anything tonight? No? Does anybody feel confused at all about what to focus on right now? No? Okay, you guys kind of feel comfortable about where you're at and what you're, again, choose your path. I'm not saying you have to do anything at this point. I'm just saying if you want to start to focus more on your like page, these are the things to start doing. I'm going to be split testing those videos and those 5 images. Basically, the point behind split testing, is basically to find one ad that you're going to post, that you're going to market essentially, and it's going to be called the winning ad that will bring in a bunch of likes in your market. So that's what all the split testing is about. And then from there, we take that ad and you target it into your market. Now, targeting into your market with a Facebook ad is confusing, but from what I've heard is he teaches you right down to a T for how to do it. So I'll be sharing all that with y'all ladies. So don't worry about that. Team page or team website is going to be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. If nobody has any questions, I'll let you beautiful ladies go. No questions? All right, have an amazing night, everybody, and thank you for getting on, okay? We'll talk to you later.